Canoeing the AuSable River is a family tradition that you and your kids will always remember. Older teenagers, college students, and adults enjoy heading down the AuSable in any combination of inner tubes, canoes, and kayaks. We wanted to show you another way to enjoy the AuSable with a group canoeing or tubing trip. It's another magnificent day on the Sunrise side of the state, and we're starting out just outside the beautiful city of Oscoda.
Boy, Kevin, how you doing?
Good morning.
Hey.
Beautiful day today.
It sure is. I'd like to do a little trip.
Well, we got a 2.5 hour trip that's available today. It's probably roughly about 8 miles, 2.5 hours. All federal land, no private property along the way. What we do is we take you up to McKinley Bridge and put you in there, and then you float back down to the next bridge, which would be the 4001 bridge. And then your car's either waiting for you there, or we can pick you up.
Okay, well, super. Well, you know what? This is the first time we've been up in this area of the river, but we wanted to try it out, and we're going to learn more about what it's all about. Maybe when we get out on the water, you can tell us more.
Let's get going right now, and we'll get you up on there.
Excellent.
It's a great little river, too. I suppose we've a Class 1 river, just kind of a gentle stream that runs through.
That's what's great about it. It's good and, simple enough for the beginner paddler, yet, the advanced paddlers still have a great time on it.
Now, what about tubing? I know tubing's kind of popular among the families. Do you do something like that?
Yeah, we do 4-hour tube trips, and that's the most relaxing 4 hours you'll ever have in your life. Just lay there all day long, soak up the sun.
Well, I see you guys are in the canoe today, and we've got some other ones that are in kayaks. Do you have a preference of which ones?
It doesn't really matter. When they have, the two people, I prefer the canoe, probably. They have the two-person kayak here, but...
Okay. I would imagine it allows you to carry a little bit more gear with you.
Right. Yeah, we're the dry canoe. You can't flip.
Oh, okay. That's how it goes, huh?
Yeah.
The friends all get the kayaks, and well, that works out good, though, because you can actually switch back and forth then, too.
Kevin, what do you suggest that people bring along with them when they come out on the trip?
Well, one of the biggest things is people wear some water shoes. Okay. Because our river is stony, but it is clear. There's lots of stones. Don't bring styrofoam coolers because styrofoam breaks up and kills our fish. And no glass. Bring a cooler, bring some refreshments, bring a lunch, take your time and float down the river. Take the 2.5 hour trip and just kind of float down it. Take 3 or 4 hours on it and enjoy it. That's what's nice about it. It's a cool river, but it's clean, and once you get a little bit used to it, it's a nice bed swim.
So that might be a way to take, for people coming up taking a trip, they can actually get a couple of canoes, a couple of kayaks.
Canoes are definitely better for, the lunch stuff, the coolers, stuff you got to keep dry. And kayaks, that's the only downfall to kayaks. It's not quite as much room as a canoe for the coolers and such.
Maggie, what about you? Do you have a preference?
I've only ever been kayaking once, so I don't know. My family, we have 2 canoes, and we go on the river all the time with the canoes.
Oh, so you're used to the canoe then. Well, what did you think of the kayaking the time that you were on it?
It was a lot of fun. It was a while ago, but I remember it was fun.
Okay. You think you'd do it again?
Yeah.
While you're having fun floating down the river, make sure to keep your eyes open for eagles, kingfishers, deer, and beaver. You'll see more wildlife if you're on the river in the morning or if your group is quiet. But a lot of groups, like the ones we're paddling with today, like to get a little rowdy. Water fights, tipping each other's canoes, it's all part of the course. Don't worry if you get tipped. All you have to do is pull your canoe or kayak to shore, dump out the water, and you're on your way again. Much of the AuSable cuts through the National Forest area. Because the river is wide, it's perfect for group outings. No heavy paddling is required. You can just coast along and enjoy the outdoors and each other's company. Maybe stop somewhere along the way and have lunch or a snack. Families love canoeing because you can take the kids along. Put a life jacket on them and they're all set. By the way, you're likely to see some amazing sights, so bring a camera. You can always put it in a Ziploc bag so it won't get wet. That's a good idea for other items like your wallet also. Looks like there's a lot of good spots though that you could pull off and do something like that, have a little picnic, just relax.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of sandy areas, and there's the big beach farther down. And
Set of steps down there. Everybody want to
Hey, is it cold? Is it cold? No. This looks like a good spot to swim in too.
One thing nice about this river too is it's nice and clear. being clear and rock fed and spring fed, it sure makes it a lot nicer.
Oh, it is nice because you can really look down and see everything, and some of the big fish running by.
Big fish, you can see them 3-4 feet down. Yeah, Tom, my daughter and I, my long-range goal is to race in the marathon with her. She's 8 years old, and she has to be 15 before we can do the marathon.
Yeah.
Yep.
How far can we
Here we go.
We have to go over
We're about
there.
halfway on a 2.5-hour trip right about now.
Okay. It looks like everybody went back in. They got a stick. We're going to be roasting some hot dogs here over the fire, and we'll see who's the good cook.
Not everyone goes to the trouble of building a campfire to roast hot dogs, but we decided to do just that. You might want to take along some s'mores for dessert. When you're done, make sure to put the campfire out really well and clean up the area for those who will come after you.
Oh yeah, you'll see them numerous times. Even they'll stop around every corner.
Okay, now there are several in the area, nests and...
Yep, there's a couple different nests along the river, and every year we have, you know, the new immature eagles come, a little different looking than the mature eagles.
So it's nice. The eagles have really made a nice comeback, and there's a lot of them located along the river. Good chance when you're up here canoeing that you're going to see one. Make sure you bring that camera along because you're going to want it. So we've had just a great day out here. We're getting close to the end now. Huh?
Oh yeah, just right around the corner.
Cool.
It's up to you how long you'll spend on the river. You can take 2, 4, or 6-hour tours, but everyone has to be off the river by 6 p.m.
So here's a little part here now.
What?
Is that just another place you can come down for
Yep.
the water?
That's Alcona Rest Stop. It's just there's an outdoor john up there. Just a little safety takeout in case there's problems.
Well, Kevin, I'd like to thank you. We had a great trip coming down
Oh, I
the river.
appreciate you coming down.
And it's really nice up in this area too. And I haven't been up this far yet doing any paddling, and this is a great place for people to come up to.
Well, it's nice and quiet, and away from the towns, and up in the middle of the, in the middle of the state, middle of the AuSable River. So.
Okay. Quick thank to Ron back here too, because he handled the camera boat out there, and that's a lot of work when you're with Denny. So we want to thank him for that and appreciate it. And hey, come on up and try this out. You'll love it.